Hello, I'm Isabel Harkins, and I was born far away, Santiago, Chile, grew up in Peru and the Amazons. I am a teacher for Chopra Center for meditation, the primordial sound. I am a registered polarity practitioner, an integrative craniosacral practitioner, and I'm registered three-level Qigong instructor, graduated from Anthony Ramos Madanes, all the life coaching. I have another title of, clinical hypnotherapy. And also, I love doing coaching for Dream Builder with Brave Thinking to guide people to their ideal dreams. And here is Cody.
Good morning, my dear friend. So, yes, my name is Corey, and welcome to this Corey and Isabel podcast. We're so grateful that you're here. I am a spiritual teacher, a hypnotherapist. I have my own practice and I specialize in meditation. And you can find me on many different meditation apps if you want to listen and learn and just grow and expand. So, yes, thank you so much for being here with us today. Me and my bestie here, Isabel, are going to talk about boosting your confidence, improving your confidence, right, Isabel?
Yes, ma'am.
So, what should we hit them with today? Myself and myself and Isabel have very different techniques in our careers, and part of this podcast is that Isabel is going to share all her wonderful tools on how she does things, and I'm going to share on how I do things. And we just thought we could talk about confidence today while we drink us tea and share some tips and some light with you, right?
Yes, ma'am. Here we are. We want to really empower you guys because this subject is a very deep subject for all of us, really. I work on it every day. Um, nobody, I don't care who it is, and I even work with the Dalai Lama, and he works on things every day. That's part of the Dharma, right?
Yeah.
Mm, mm. And well, ladies and gentlemen, confidence is not something we are born with. It is something that we create in a journey of this fabulous lifetime that sometimes it feels a little bit like, do I really have to do it or can I just read it?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, exactly right. This is, I think
Yeah,
confidence is one of those things where it's like sometimes you're in a really good space and then sometimes you're just not,
yeah,
depending on what
yeah.
life is bringing at you.
Well, it is a muscle, right? That strengthens every time we take an action. So when we just feel comfy and we just continuously do what it feels safe and good and all of that, that's when things start getting like if you are a couch potato and we don't go to the gym, the muscle is not going to get very strong, is it?
Yeah.
And it's something that we have to do, despite of fear, because every time we refuse to back down, and see what is it that we need to learn here, what is it that we haven't tried that perhaps life is showing us right now that we need to strengthen. What is that? Paying attention, right?
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
I
yeah.
think,
Because
sorry, go on, my dear.
it's not given, it's earned.
Yes.
Mm.
Yeah, I think if you're in my own like journey and with life and working with clients, I think a lot of the root of whether we're in a space of confidence, whether we like have that self-esteem, self-worth, whether we have that, what would you say, like a knowing or a believing in ourselves. I think that is a root of where confidence comes from. And I think if sometimes if life is bringing you hard knocks and you're going through heavy things, then confidence is very easily one of the aspects of who we are that gets lost. It gets like shaken a little bit, like, who am I? Am I capable? Like, can I do this? It's, what do you think?
I know for a fact, working with Robbins for so long, the confidence, the best way to build it is through action, not about thinking, because
Yeah.
the mind will betray every single time. And all these files in the subconscious mind that, somebody said, well, you're too tall, you're too short, you're too this, you didn't make it, a teacher that said you'll never make it, you don't know, you need to learn how to this, all of those little pieces, they piled up and create a wall.
Yeah.
We can't think our way into being. We can't wait until you feel ready, because we never do. The truth is, that we'll never feel full ready. We always find the excuse, or we always find that little itty bitty sand of, sense of worth and lack of, or, you know, but the second that we take action, the brain rewires. And now we going to share later on in the links all the, scientific research, and people are really into that, and how the neuroplasticity works on this.
Mm.
Because if we create some habits on this, we will chip away on the fear and the lack of confidence.
Hmm.
We begin to see ourselves as someone who moves, who does, who creates.
Yeah.
We focus, I mean, you know it, Corey, and our clients, they come in with they back up a truckload of what they don't want.
Hmm.
But we need to be the clarity of what we really want, what we want, not what we think other ones want, because it doesn't matter to them. They can care less.
Hmm.
You know, if you move and you create and you do, and from that confidence is born. Fear and doubt are always there, whispering in the back of your mind. That's inevitable.
Yeah.
They tell you to play it safe, to shrink, to wait for a better time. But, confidence is not the absence of fear. It is moving forward in spite of it. And
Yeah.
the question is, will you listen to the voice of fear or the voice of possibility? That's something we need to do all the time when these little pieces come up.
Yeah, there's a lot of times when people are actually so stuck when they come and see you, though, in the fear. It's like, okay, for me personally, when I have people that come like that, what I try and encourage them to do, the tools that they can do is make baby steps. Start with tiny little baby steps every day, build in some kind of ritual, some kind of routine, consistency that helps them start to feel like they're accomplishing something. Tiny little baby steps can
Sure.
really start to build your confidence, don't you think?
No, I know. That's part of this, but you got to realize a little few pieces before that. And I never say I will help you, because I can't. And especially here, they have to do their work, and they can't codepend, because that's the big issue in this. The codependency on approval, or other people's way of being that you look up to. It's very important to ask right away, what beliefs are shaping your confidence? What if you tell yourself you're not enough, right? That you cannot succeed, that you will fail, guess what? That's exactly what will happen. And the more attention, energy, and focus we give to something, we make more of it. So why don't we, focus on something? We all have done something amazing in our life. For when we were born, damn, right? We learn how to walk. We learn how to talk. We learn how to read. We learn how to ride a bike or drive a car. We learn so many things. We learn what, if we eat something can kill us, what. And so all these little pieces is more important to focus on than, oh, I don't look like the new pop star, or I'm too big, I'm too small, I'm too short, all that. What are we focusing? Because the belief will shape the confidence.
Hmm.
Yeah, that this, the second you decide that you're capable, that you're powerful, that you're worthy, that your world will shift. What if you have been underestimating yourself this entire time? I mean, you get to your house, your plants don't say, "Oh, you don't look good today." The trees that you walk about, you should be doing this or should be doing none of that,
Hmm.
none of that, because the past does not define you. You
Yeah,
know.
we can call that like evidence-based therapy. Evidence-based therapy is when you would, for example, suggest to your client to sit and journal on all of their accomplishments rather than focus on where they're at and maybe the things that they're scared of moving forward, the things that are causing them to not feel confident. How about
Mhm.
changing it around? How about sitting down and journaling and focusing on everything that you've achieved so far, whether that's motherhood, whether that's the going through like really hard breakups, what it is was what was it that kind of tumbled you and spiraled you and you made it. You got to the other side and you grew and you changed. Like, I think maybe reflecting on accomplishments can also build confidence.
Absolutely, because most times we focus in what we think we're missing, not what we already have. And gratitude is such a big piece. And if you just start with the fact that, you know what? I have a bigger force behind me, that I can breathe, I can walk, my heart is still beating, I can digest. When I was a little baby, yeah, I fell forward and backwards, but I learned how to walk. I kept trying.
Yeah.
I kept trying how to say a word. I kept trying until I learned how to write, you know?
Yes.
So,
Yes.
so many pieces, Corey, right?
Yeah. Do you think it's about perseverance, Isabel? Do
Yeah,
you think? Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Consistency in everything in life. The more you do it, the better you get. It's
Mhm.
simple as that. It's one plus one makes two. So we can't just give it a go. A lot of people, and so many of the humongous events that I have done in my career, I mean, huge, in between the Chopra Center and the Tony Robbins and all that, um, you know, they come back the next year and they're the same. So
Mm.
it's like going to all these places or reading a lot of books, but not using them, not practicing them. And my mother always told me, because she was a huge reader and we read a lot as family, and she said to me since very young, read, digest, and then keep reading. Do
Yeah.
not just fly through and don't digest what you read or don't apply it.
Yeah.
That's a waste of time.
Yeah, that's so true in therapy as well, I think. Some clients will come in and they want to fix things quickly because let's face it, that's what this world is like at the moment. It's like everything is rewarded fast, 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 fast paced. Get it now. Don't necessarily do very much work, but get it, like do it. And I think to explain to clients sometimes when they do an inner session or they do any kind of rescripting or changing their energy work in our hypnotherapy practices, let it digest. Let your life start to live with those changes. Give yourself
Right.
at least a week or two between your sessions instead of trying to come in every day and just get it done fast. I don't agree with fast. I think we need to process, right?
Right. It's just the fact that that's what the anxiety and all these OCC, TTT, PPP, la la li, all these letters that they're putting on people
Yeah.
and titles and tags, they come from the overload that in everything, in every single way, in the competitive way, in the way that, the fear ridden created by governments and media, which is pretty obvious, to control the public is definitely a part of it all,
Yeah.
and people usually act on fear more than act on inspiration,
Mm,
you know and also let's get real. Whatever mistakes, failures, or setback we have experienced do not determine our future. We consistently try to drive with the review mirror, and that's how we land onto something. If you drive in a car with your review mirror, you're gonna land on something you didn't expect
yes.
because you weren't looking at where you are right now.
Yes.
You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
Yeah, and
So
confidence. Yeah, I'm sorry, Mama.
no,
Yeah.
I was just going to say, so if that's the case, then Isabel, and people are carrying their past or focusing too much on their past, when they come and see you, what do you do to help them to let go of that so that they can be more
Well,
confident in the future?
yeah, I have several ways. It depends on how big the situation is,
Yeah.
because some situations I really don't want to do the Freud that, oh, you come with a foot pain and I throw you down the stairways to undo your foot pain. I much rather start creating a safety, comfortable place for them, and definitely that rapport and that mirror listening, which you are genius, Corey.
Mhm.
You are so genius because you have untangled me in things that they were super deep by just your kindness, your almost grandmother listening and comforting way that is so valuable. So it depends on my client. Some of them I run them back through the timeline to that place of where the inner child got damaged by something, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Or interpret something that, it's too painful to revive. And I'll just, ask them if that's okay. If not, I will take them in a whole different place to disassociation, to hearing or seeing these the situation and putting it inside a little container or a frame and start telling them, put it forward, you in front of you, and see it moving forward, and start draining the color of it, start draining the shape of it. And that's a visual squash disassociation that they can start seeing themselves walking towards that little piece, and the piece starts to disappear with all the memories, all the painful situation and such. So now they're disassociating the emotion and the event outside of themselves, and also they see themselves in front of themselves. So
yeah.
that's a double disassociation. And the subconscious mind really, really, really likes that. And of course, you have another piece prepared before of what they really want to be. And
Hmm.
you swap that little image and put it in your heart.
Yes. Yeah.
And that's the hard math.
Yeah, so it's about moving them away, disassociating from the power of what it is that they think the past has over them, and then showing them, like you said, working individually with each case individually, but showing
Right.
them more about themselves in that
Right.
future positive place, right?
Right. Right. And confidence is built in the present moment with the choices we make today.
Yes.
So when we have a thought, which is too many thinkers around, when we have a thought, we create a feeling. And when we create a feeling, we create an action. And when we create the action, we create that result. So what is it that we want? We have the power to rewrite the story, but will we?
Yeah, I
Will
think
we?
a lot of times it can be really helpful to, I know for me, for myself, if I'm going through a phase of not feeling so, great, brave, confident, whatever it is, if I just spend a little bit of time, this sounds really like simple, but just spend a little bit of time doing the things that I'm good at. It
Right.
feels like it rebuilds me a little bit. Like, me and you, we love to do our crafts. We like to
Yeah.
knit. We like we like our crafts.
Yeah.
If I
Our
just kind of,
tea.
yes,
Yeah.
if I step back from the world and I do some of my crafts and I feel accomplished and I feel comfortable and safe in that place, then that builds my self-esteem. It builds my confidence. So I think that's always a good recommendation for clients to
Yeah.
just kind of step back from everything and do something
Yeah.
that makes you feel good that you're good at.
Yeah, and I'm from the, well, I grew up, in the Indian tradition with shamans, so it wasn't like you could be comfortable. And, in the Amazons where anything can eat you or
Yeah,
whatever else.
yeah.
So I am used to, and I love the uncomfortable places more.
Ah,
I
interesting.
love uncomfortable because I like variety, remember?
Yes, yes.
So I love, and I've observed my body and how I feel because it's a straight direction, reflection of my mindset. If I'm not standing still,
Yeah.
if I'm not breathing properly, I move my energy right away. That way, the physiology changes, the feeling changes, the approach to the challenge is different. You
Mm,
know, because the physiology affects the psychology.
exactly. Yeah.
So if we want to feel powerful, move powerfully. Imagine stepping into a room with certainty,
Yeah.
with presence, with fire in our eyes. How will that change the way people respond to you,
Yeah.
right?
Just the way you're standing, just the way
Yeah,
you're moving. Yeah.
yeah, and he does the warrior, and I love that about Tony's training. The warrior, your queen, your king. All these archetypes that Carl Jung came up with, because we have them all,
Hmm.
and they rhyme with our chakras, right? And
Right.
success always leaves clues, guys. The most confident people in the world were not born that way. They build it. They learn
Yeah.
the patterns, the strategies, the habits. And if they did it, so can you.
Yeah. Most entrepreneurs out there in the world that have made something big from themselves are not afraid of making mistakes.
Well, it's no mistakes for them, it's
Nope.
rerouting. It's
Exactly.
rerouting. I remember sitting one day, I was doing a thing with three people, and one of them was Sir Richard Branson. And I always liked him. I just love his vibe, I just like the guy. And I was
Yeah.
like, wow, I'm in front of this, because I'm not a groupie and I've done a lot of things in the film industry with big people. But this guy was a wow for me. And I asked him, I said, so how do you made it? He said, I built a ladder, a huge ladder to my success from all the stuff that didn't work. He said, I sold trees when I was a kid. That didn't go out and work. The trees started dying. It was a disaster. All of them went on and on and on and on. And they have what I call the stairway to heaven. Okay?
Yeah.
That you step by step by step by step. And yeah, the most confident people, that uh, I studied this, that Walt Disney was told that he didn't have imagination, and they turned him down so many times.
Right. Crazy.
Okay?
Yes.
If you would have believed in that, what will that happen?
Yeah.
How many attempts it took to create a light bulb? Thousands. And he kept going, even though it was stolen. But anyway, how many people look at Tesla? And now everybody believes in quantum.
Mm-hmm.
Even Elon Musk, he have done so much, slept on the ground in people's homes. Many times he didn't have anything to eat. Okay? If you stop there, then okay, you're in that level, maybe in another 10 lifetimes or whatever, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. And the only difference between them and you people is a decision. And are you ready to make it? Every time you hesitate, you lose momentum. Confidence comes from decisiveness, from trusting yourself enough to act.
Taking
The
action.
moment you pause, doubt creeps in, you know?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So, okay, so then coming to a place where you find like maybe you've got a big life decision ahead and you need confidence, you need to take some kind of action with that big life decision ahead, yet you feel frozen, or maybe
Mhm.
you're procrastinating on it, maybe you're just avoiding it. And then these people obviously it could even be ourselves at times, come and see us, and hopefully we can guide them to get some clarity, some action, some movement, right?
Well,
Through,
for me, I hope that they come in
yes,
knowing where they're stuck. They don't just come in with they want a result. They don't have the feeling of being stuck. They don't have what they really want instead, because that's a waste of time for both of us. You know, if we make bold decisions without hesitation, most people wait for permission to be great. So where is it that you're stuck? Most people are afraid of things that they don't know. Do research. I do it. You do it.
mm-hmm.
See who are your heroes in this? Who do you respect? Who do you think they're full of confidence? They walk in, for me, it's many, Mary Morris says, Bob Proctor, Tony, Madanes. I can name you a thousand of them, Richard Branson, all these people that I look up to, and focus on people that you can look up to and don't be afraid, because we're all humans, and the same thing that serve them will serve us,
Yeah.
you know?
Mm-hmm.
People go, so well, these people are so big and they're rich. Well, Tony lived in a car for several months and had to help another like 10 siblings. And no, he didn't start there. He started way back, and I know that. And a lot of people have started from nothing, you know?
Yes.
Don't wait for validation, because it's not their project, you know?
Yeah.
Don't wait for people to say, oh, well done, or because it's not their project. They don't understand that they're not you, you know? People
Yeah.
wait for green lights, you know?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can help them along with the steps, and I do it all the time with businesses, with all kinds of stuff. Just one step at a time, like you said, chunking it down so it's not overwhelming, it's not too much. But also, what is it? Because say I'm scared, but I'm scared of what? What's the feeling? Did it ever happen? Or you may feel that it may happen. Have you seen it somewhere else?
Yeah. And in my practice, that's what I try and help them find,
Right.
you
Yeah,
know.
I just guide them through until they reach somewhere, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm. Yeah, but confidence does not come from waiting.
No, but
So,
yeah, it also, I think it also comes from self-awareness, you know, the more that you realize about yourself, the more that you know yourself, I
Yeah,
think that that gives a sense of confidence because you have that reliability within yourself. You know that your capabilities, you know what I mean?
yeah.
I think
You
that,
got
yeah,
everything it takes. We have all have everything we take.
yeah,
We upgrade software, we upgrade the phone, we upgrade a car, we don't wear bell bottoms anymore, flowers in our head and all that. Why we don't upgrade our inner resources?
exactly. Yes.
Because we have inner resources. Confidence does not come from waiting. It comes from deciding that you're ready already enough. What if you stop waiting and started leading? What would that feel like for you? I like to tell them before they come to see me or that we connect these few questions. When I find that they're stuck in this or can be anything else, I give them a questionnaire. So they start realizing what's really going on because you know, Corey, that a lot of times they show up with a story, but it's not really what's going on, right?
Yeah. No, I know. I think a lot of the times people are in the story and affected by so many things that's not necessarily the truth, right?
No, not at all. Because
Yeah.
by the time that happened, it already changed.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Also maybe not taking things so personally can help with your confidence. Like you said,
Well,
you know,
unfortunately, if you don't have the persona, you don't know what you're doing.
explain what you mean.
I explained that if you don't, you feel that you need to be like that one, like that one, like that one, like that one, you're not you.
Yeah.
You're everybody else. So how are you going to know that if you don't settle with who you really are? Check who you are first,
Yes.
And yeah, and the inner dialogue determines the destiny. What do you say to yourself when nobody's listening? Do you build yourself up or you tear yourself down? Because every word that we speak, it shapes our identity. If you tell yourself every day that you're unstoppable, how long before you start believing it? Pretty,
Ex-
pretty
Yeah,
fast. Yeah.
exactly, right?
Failure is not the opposite of confidence. It's the foundation of it. Okay?
Yeah.
It's the foundation of confidence. The most successful people have failed more times than most ever tried. You know, they
Hmm.
don't see the failure as defeat, right? They see
Yep.
it as feedback.
Yeah, it's information, it's wisdom, it's learning, it's gaining so that you have more momentum to move forward in a different direction rather than just allow it to knock you on your ass and then don't get back up, you know?
Well, it's the stretch.
Yeah.
It's the stretch. It's the stretch. Because if we want to be a marathon runner, you're going to have to adapt a quarter of a mile to the last sprint. And you're going to have to adapt more. Or if not, you're going to be in the average. We have to learn, like the biggest makers in life, they learn, they adapt, they come back stronger. They fall down, they shake, boop, get up. You know, Starting to embrace failure instead of fearing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think what myself and Isabella are saying as you're listening is that, you know, if you are struggling with confidence, if this is something that's real for you right now, then there is so many things that you can do, right, Isabel?
So many, and we have so many tools. And I work with suicides. So it cannot be more lacking of confidence there.
Yeah,
Let
right.
me tell you that.
Yeah,
Yeah, enough to want to kill themselves. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And what we realize, especially with the kids and all that, is that the environment shapes the confidence,
yes,
The people that we spend time with either lift you up or pull you down. If you surround yourself with doubters, critics, and naysayers, you
mm,
will shrink. You
yeah,
will shrink. But if you surround yourself with strong people, with believers, with people that push through it, that have gone there, you will rise. So who is in your circle? Because repetition creates mastery. Confidence is not something you feel, it's something you practice. And speak with confidence, move with confidence, act with confidence, even before you feel it. Practice that in the closet, practice that in your shower.
Yeah.
Practice that with your friends, with your kids, with the people that, even if you practice with your pets, because the animal knows if you're confident. And that I learned from Cesar Milan. If I show myself all ravel up with anxiety and freak out, the dogs walk in a way that is defensive, they bark at everything. And that's why he always says, I'm here to train the humans and rehabilitate the animals,
Yeah.
because they feel it. I used to ride horses. And if I wasn't good, Corey, and I got on a horse, he would try to get me off of him because I was a danger to him.
Yeah, like get this energy away from me. Yeah.
Yeah. Who is that? Why do we become over pleasers out of lack of confidence? Okay. That's a
Oh,
big one.
that's a whole other podcast that we can do right there on people pleasing, right?
Well, because that's what happens. You start over pleasing, so that way you get a good girl or good friend or good somebody. You're going out of your way. You put yourself last because you want the pat in the back from people that they will even ended up betraying you, like we happened with Steve and I last week. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So you gotta see who is in your circle.
Yeah, that's very
What?
important. Surround yourself with your tribe, right? Surround yourself
Right.
with people that inspire you, that
Yeah.
support you, that bring you up, that make you want to be more in this world
Yeah.
rather than take you down.
And one of the biggest, enemy is an excuse. Excuses are the enemy of confidence. Every time we justify an action, we weaken our belief in ourselves. Hello. Hello. Cut off the option, right? Cut off that option. What about procrastination? Because we don't know, we don't this, we don't that. So we confirming our lack of confidence.
Yeah.
Burn those boats, put them in a bag, throw them to the sun, flush them down the toilet. They no longer serve, and it gets old. And what does it cost you? Check in. What does it cost you? Did you do the career that you want to do, or you did what they told you to do to please? Or didn't do nothing and be happy? Because I follow people, they travel in vans. They have the most incredible time. They get paid by YouTube or who knows what. And they are so happy. I'm sure the parents and the grandparents wanted them to be doctors, lawyers, or whatever that was going to make them miserable and not be good. Just
So,
be happy.
yeah, are you on your path? Are you living a life that is not necessarily feeding your soul? Because that can drain your confidence, man. Oh,
Gone, right? What
right.
excuses are you being holding you back?
Yeah.
What opportunities or traveling opportunities you have missed? I was watching this video. You can live amazing Fiji, which is stunning, for less than $1,000 a month, even going out every day. Okay?
Mm,
So what are the choices that we're making? What are the beliefs that we're holding? Right?
yes.
Yeah, the greatest breakthroughs happen outside your comfort zone, and most people never reach their potential because they refuse to get uncomfortable. But confidence is forged in discomfort.
Yeah.
It's made in this. Growth only happens when you stretch yourself beyond what feels safe. What is it? Everything you want in order to have it, because people want to have, they have some sort of fainty cloud of something, and what are the steps that they take to get there? And that's dream builder right there. What's
Yeah.
the steps? And what amount of time? Do not prolong the time. Is an appointment with you and with your future and what you want.
Right.
So do not put it off. Take it as the most important thing. That's your priority. Oh, but this, that, get up half an hour early. We all have the same amount of time. It's how we use it. I hear people all the time saying, I don't have any time, even kids. I'm going, if you run out of time now, wow, okay.
What's it going to be like when you actually do have
Why?
responsibility?
Deepak tell us all the time, if you have that mantra, you're going to run out of time. And your life is going to present something that is going to put you on hold.
Exactly, right?
Yeah?
Yeah.
And check yourself. What if everything you want is on the other side of that fear? Huh? Your voice has power. You know, our voice and our thoughts are instruments. And like, you know, Florence Scovel Sheen that wrote, The Game of Life and How to Play It, it said your word is your wand.
Mm,
Your wand. So be careful how you use it, Harry Potter.
right, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Your hesitation, your doubt, confidence is not just what you say, it is how you say it. What if from now on you spoke as if already owned the room? And that's always been this law of attraction, all that blah, blah, blah. Speak in the present time because this is when things are created.
Your words are constantly manifesting your future. Your thoughts are constantly manifesting your future. So, to enlighten people to that knowledge, just to allow them to take a little bit more control over their own lives. A lot of people don't know these things.
Yeah, and not to lose momentum.
Yeah.
But you and I, we're really good at keeping the momentum, even though I really have to focus on calendars and dates and linearity. You excellent at it, but when I'm working with people, I know when they're showing up, what they need to do.
Yeah, we feed each other, we feed off each other's strengths. That's why me
Yeah,
and you work together, we can pick
yeah,
up where one does one good thing, one does
yeah.
the other good thing. And it's like, okay, that in itself builds confidence between the two of us because we know that we've got the areas that we can do. You know what I mean?
Right. And I don't really, you know what? Confidence for me is that feeling of doing something, and especially something for others like you and I do, assisting others,
Yeah.
walking with them through relationship, through fears, through griefs, through lack of this or that, whatever it is that we walk with all these people. And I tell you what, in all the years, I don't think one of them has not make it. Changed it, ended up being something else that they thought they wanted,
Yeah.
but they ended up good,
Yes. Yeah.
right? They ended up really good, even though wasn't what they showed up with, you know? Like this little young girl that I did with her in California, that the mother was a nightmare. And, she's like, oh, my mom wants me to go. And do you like going to that college? Do you want to do that? She goes, absolutely no, I hate it. What is it that you like? She goes, I like kids, playing with them, doing activities, and I love the ocean. So I guided through to create a camp, a beach camp with kids. And she did amazing. And she met this guy that did boogie boards, and they ended up being a couple, and they love doing all those. In California, you can do those all year around.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it would have never done in the mother's head.
Yes, exactly.
Okay?
Yeah.
But do what is for you. See what
Mhm.
what what is lovely to do that you like, you know?
Yeah, and if you struggle with that, just reach out to me and Isabel. Leave your questions in the comments below. We're here for you, right, Isabel?
Absolutely. This is why we're doing it, because we already know this stuff, even though we practice every day with ourselves.
Yeah, exactly. But that's life, right?
Yeah, because if we stop the momentum stop, so then stagnation, feeds doubt. And if you don't keep moving and growing, there we go with the doubt and the confidence again.
Yeah,
But consistent action and self-doubt fades. What is the most step that you can take right now?
yeah.
Right, Corey?
Yes, yes. Maybe take a moment after listening to this podcast to just journal that. What do I need to do right now? We've given you lots of ideas for different tools that can, maybe assist you on this journey. What
Right?
what what do you need to do? And if you're still struggling and you're still confused, we're here for you, right, Isabel?
Absolutely. And always remember that the most confident people embrace rejection, because rejection, I remember asking somebody very big, what is rejection to you? It's a confirmation, she said. It's a confirmation that I know something that they have never tried or they're too afraid of, and that propels me and gives me the energy and the insight to go ahead and do it, because it's something that is not common. I
That,
was like, oh.
that's delicious.
Yeah, we all know her. She's really big. She's lovely. Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah, and it's not a reflection of our worth. So embrace it. It's just part of the game. Do not take it personally. Move forward.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
welcome
Thank
it.
you. Thank you. Thank you, my sweet, sweet friend. I love you very much. Until the next podcast, we love you all. Thank you for listening.